Hey everybody, hope you're well. I came across an article and I also saw some video of this earlier today. It sounds like a lot going on, a lot of unrest, a lot of violence, a lot of destruction going on in the country of South Africa. Now, South Africa is one of the most highly developed, more stable economies in on the continent of Africa. And so this kind of stood out to me, but apparently what's happened is this article, South Africa deploys army and police to contain unrest over former President Jacob Zuma's arrest. That's Jacob Zuma. So apparently this former president had been under investigation for a while for alleged corruption. And he's not the president anymore, of course, but he was jailed. Apparently, I guess it was over the weekend, possibly. But so he has a lot of followers, a lot of supporters. So unrest started to develop over the weekend, really boiled over today, and like I said, started over the weekend. But I saw some video earlier. I follow Disclose TV on the Telegram app, and it had several videos of. One video showed armed citizens defending part of a town, and it looked like a community too, where people lived. Kind of a combination. It has some businesses there as well, but there was about, I don't know, 8 or 10 citizens. It said they were citizens, and they had, looked like a couple of them had shotguns. One of them had a handgun, but most of them had rifles. And they were having a standoff, and there was a little bit of a distance, like about 50 to 100 yards, where they had a lot of rioters, and there was a big group of people throwing rocks and stuff at them and threatening the businesses. They've been looting the businesses, and they had burned some down, and very chaotic scene, debris everywhere, smoke everywhere. And it showed some of these people, these civilians, firing on the crowd to get them, and they started to disperse. Then and the article went on to say that we got police and the military has come in, has been deployed, and so you get the military and the police, and they're struggling they haven't gotten control over the situation because these unrest, these rioters, and that has spread to some of the other large cities, all the large cities, including Johannesburg, one of the capitals. I'll put a link to this article on the description of the video, and then I'll read a couple of little things here from it. It said that South Africa has deployed its army Monday to help quell violent protesters, widespread looting following the arrest of former President Jacob Zuma. They believe he was wrongly jailed. Hundreds of angry residents ransacked shopping malls. I saw a video later of that mall, a big mall, just in flames. Torched cars. They're blocking major roads. So the danger there that the current president said is that they're blocking the roads and preventing supplies from coming in, food and trucks from coming in to these cities. So said while initial reaction to Mr. Zuma's arrest was muted, protesters grew over the weekend and turning increasingly violent, spreading into Johannesburg on Sunday. By Monday evening, at least 10 people have lost their lives, including a security guard. Police have arrested nearly 500 others. But and then Monday, this just mushroomed into other cities, and the police have called the military to try to help, and they still have not been able to corral the situation. So a lot going on, a lot of destruction, it looks like. A lot of chaos. And some of the video I watched was very chaotic. Let's see, the current president, Ramaphosa, I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, but said that the violence threatened to disrupt South Africa's COVID-19 jab drive just as it's starting to gain momentum, and could lead to shortages in the food and medicines if major transport routes continue to be cut off. So right now they're cut off with all that's going on. So this former president has been convicted and been under investigation for 20 years, alleged 20 years of of corruption. So a lot going on in that little country down in South Africa. You know, and it made me think, I mean, could such a widespread thing happen here? So whenever I read these things, I wonder, can it happen here in the United States? If you don't think it can happen here, think again. I mean, you have, like in South Africa, you have high unrest. You have over 33% of the people are unemployed there, according to what I read here. All the stimulus programs are done. The government doesn't have any more money to get out to infuse in the economy, to these to the population. You have lockdowns from the last year or so that have contributed to the unemployment. A lot of businesses had to close. Sounds a little familiar. So you have a recipe for disaster here. You have a recipe for SHTF, at least on a temporary basis. Hopefully it's not long term for the sake of these people. Hopefully it's something that can stabilize here for that population. But like I said, it can happen. It can happen here. I don't think it can't. You know, I think what we have coming to us, and I think we have to remember this, is that the social programs, all the stimulus programs are done in the United States. I mean, you don't see any more stimuluses on the horizon. Of course, we've been printing money like going out of style. I mean, anyway, but forbearance, the pause on mortgage payments is going to be done by the end of this month. Rent moratorium done by the end of this month, coming up. You got these variants they're talking about. Now, people have their own idea about the variants. I've done some reading on that, and I have mixed feelings, but I think there is something to that. You know, the origin of it, you know, I don't know, but I'm reading that, yes, some hospitals are starting in the United States are starting to get really full, and it's a problem. It's a problem. So, you know, I think we have some stuff coming to us. I mean, I believe by fall, winter, or before, I think we're going to see a big push from the government on some tighter restrictions again, the mask wearing mandates, lockdowns, whatever you want to call it. I think it's coming. We need to be thinking about that and just be ready. We're going to see the push for this now. Different states are going to have their stances on this, of course, and I think there could be conflict in that. You know, when you have states, you know, the high red states that are going to resist that. They want to keep everything open, of course, keep the economy going. You got the federal government wanting to clamp down on that. So wherever you stand, left or right, I mean, I think we're going to see conflict on that. It could really be a recipe for some stuff to happen. Okay. So even more reason to prep. Just keep stacking it. All areas. Look at your inventory. Where are your holes? What can we fill up? What can we top off? And just keep on doing it. Keep on going. You know, store that water too. Medicines. All right. Pet food, of course. That just popped in my head. But share your thoughts. I mean, do you think what are we seeing here in the next few months or sooner? I'd like to know. But anyway, hope you are doing well. I'll leave it there, and hope you have a good rest of the day. Take care. God bless you. See you soon.